Hello, welcome to the Steam Release Podcast. We comb through the Steam releases so that you don't have to. My name is Dewey, and today our intrepid co-host is Roadypie.
Oh,
Um,
hello. Hello, everyone.
yes, welcome. You're another streamer in the Clubhouse community. Uh,
hmm
how long have you been streaming?
I probably started at the beginning of this year, actually. So not like super long time, but I've had some really awesome regulars that, have stuck with me right from then to now. It's been a nice journey for me, definitely, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, you have. I mean, you told me in the pregame that, well, also in the previous stream, episode 0, but you're kind of into narrative games a lot.
Yeah, the reason why I started streaming because I have a massive Steam list and it's just keeps getting bigger. I think a lot of people can relate to this, and it's like, right, I want to get through them, and if I have an audience, then I kind of obligated to them as well, saying,
Hmm.
right, okay, I can't just stop and then say, yeah, I didn't feel like finishing it, so I won't. Because they might love it. It's also, me being dyslexic, I have a lot surprisingly have a lot of visual novel games as well. Um and dating sims, and they are very text heavy. So it's good to have the audience there to cheer you on, to, have a laugh with while you're doing it. So it helps give me a bit of focus as
Mm.
well. And I put a lot put a lot of visual effort into myself, so I feel it's more of a creative outlet in that
Hmm.
sense. I'm getting a lot out of it, and I feel definitely.
Yeah, Steam has a well, Twitch. Steam has a habit of getting out of hand, but the nice thing about Twitch is I feel like Twitch has given a lot of orderliness to my life. Like there's a certain
Ah,
schedule I meet. I only play
yeah.
games for a certain amount of time because like once I'm done gaming, it's just like, oh, exhausted from like interacting with people the whole time.
Ah,
So
I
it's made it
see.
a much more social experience. So I really enjoy that.
Oh, good,
Um,
good.
Also, I totally understand the dyslexia. I have dyslexia and dyspraxia, which is viewers will probably notice my accent will change 3 or 4 times over the course of this podcast. That's because like I had dyspraxia, which is like dysphagia, dyspraxia. It's like dyslexia. So I had dyslexia, which is reading and writing, and then dysphagia is like that for speech and hearing. So
Oh, I
I
see.
often like just hear complete gibberish from people's mouth, even though they're talking English to me. It's gotten a lot better
Oh,
as I
wow.
got older, but as a kid, I just could never develop a steady accent or way of speaking because I could never hear
Ah.
people like when they're talking to me. It sounded like noise.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, okay.
so
Well,
yeah, y'all will
thanks
probably
for
hear
letting
me
us know.
change a lot over the course of this podcast. So
But I mean, that's okay. I mean, if my regulars are here, they're used to like hearing me put on silly voices. So, they're
yeah,
fine. They're fine with it.
but yeah. Oh my. Okay, so that's cool to have something in common. Um. Okay. Yeah. So I guess the question next order is what did we play this week? So Rody, what have you been doing this week?
Right. So with my unfortunate internet business, that's happening now. I'm jumping in for the lovely Justin. I was worried that my internet is not being so stable, but you know, so I'm sorry if this cuts out intermittently, but luckily
Hmm.
it's been stable today. But it's so I haven't been able to play much online, but I've been playing a few hidden object games from my Steam list and a bit of Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, I was most recent one because I finished one and then I started another one. So I'm doing like House of a Thousand Doors, Palm of the Zoroaster collector's edition,
Yeah.
and I finished Shadows Price for Our Sins. House of a Thousand Doors, it's got a pretty good reputation. It's quite a good story. Shadows Price for Our Sins is an absolute terrible, terrible one. I can't believe it's like I would almost say it was a guilty pleasure for me to play hidden object games. I don't broadcast them ever because they are incredibly short, but they've got it's just like a nice quick game to do, and you know that nice little puzzle element, so it's working your brain a little bit but not too much.
Yeah.
So it's a nice sort of relaxing experience for me, I think. Yeah. Oh, Justin's on.
Justin.
Hi, Justin. Thank you for supporting us. Yay.
Justin, I'm so glad you're here.
Yay.
Oh, glad to see you. Justin unfortunately wasn't able to make it tonight, but we'll gotta try next week. So, yeah.
But what about you? What you've been playing?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot to answer that. So Guild Wars 2 had its latest update. So
and so did Final Fantasy 14 as well, didn't it?
Yeah, so Final Fantasy 14 got 4.4 and Guild Wars 2 got episode 4 season 4. So lots of 4s.
So you were busy. So you were very busy this week.
Although with Guild Wars 2, I basically caught up with the storyline, and now it's just a series of collections and a shopping list to do. Which every now and then I like doing shopping lists, but
I see.
lately I was just kind of like, eh. So the rest of the week I've mostly been playing Final Fantasy, which I'm starting fresh because I'm a glutton for punishment and I like the grind.
Oh my god! So what? So you completely made a new character, like, oh my god.
Yeah, complete brand new character on a new server. I discovered I ran into another streamer and he just has a small guild with his brother, which is like, that's the perfect guild for me. Just this nice small guild, because I've always been in these like huge guilds that sort of just invite noobs. And then I get stuck I feel like I'm lost in this crowd because I'm very introverted and kind of a misanthrope. I just do not like people at all. So,
right.
Especially a lot of people.
So my guild, it was me, my brother, and his partner, and then he's very busy, so he can't, and she can't play either. So it is just a guild of me.
Okay, not that quite extreme.
I've got my. It's fine. I've got my own guild house. I'm fine. Fine with it.
Yeah, once my brother moves out, he's probably going to be playing Final Fantasy more, so he can hang out with me. So then I'm gonna get him to join and not. So then it's gonna be 2 sets of brothers in a guild, and that's kind of like, that's a nice.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Let me see. And I started Portal 2. So. I've never played Portal 2, so I was really excited to start that because I loved Portal 1. It's just taking me a long time to get to Portal 2. I've owned it forever, but I've just never played it.
I think someone gifted it to me, and I was like, thanks. It's not on my wish list. I don't think it was on my wish list. I think it's one of those seminal games people think you need to own and play. Yeah. So it was like, thanks for that. Well, I will play it, but I have so many.
If you haven't played the first one, you probably want to play the first one.
I've seen people play it.
Oh, okay.
And I know the story, but it's just like, I have so many games right now. Did you really need to send me another game?
I do believe there's like a robot named Wendleton? What? I don't know. He's some British robot, and he's just the cutest thing.
West Country accent, yeah.
Yeah, just the sweetest robot, and it's just like, I've just been enjoying like going through the story a lot with him, so it's been fun. Although I'm so positive that like the Portal devs like to do that. They manipulate your emotions and then just like, no, rip your heart out. They just like to do that. So I'm fully
Just this.
expecting something horrible to happen.
Oh, I hope so. That's the best thing. Justin says, I'm hearing co-op in the future.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
There's a single player campaign and then there's also a two-player campaign in Portal
Oh,
2.
okay.
So,
Oh,
which I think is a bit different because I think you play as robots instead of a person. So,
okay. Oh,
um,
you never know.
yeah. So that's interesting. And that's pretty much what I've been doing this week. I guess now we can probably jump into the release list if there's nothing else.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Jump right in.
Okay.
Let's see what we got up first.
So this is for September 21st. Our first game is this pretty little game. I'm going to start the
Mm.
trailer for y'all.
I like the title screen on the side. It's got all these different colors.
Oh yeah, it's a very bright, colorful. It seems almost like a Mario Party sort of game where it's a lot of different mini games and it's a friendship destroyer type game, I think.
I do like that. It reminds me of I almost want to say Castle Crashers, but it doesn't have that sort of like that sort of play, but it doesn't have that sort of RPG element to it.
Mm-hmm. And I was suspicious at first because so a lot of the aesthetic. So for example, they have they have these different wizards from different cultures, but they also had some very niche cultures like Montezuma and Day of the Dead. And I was like, is this a Mexican developer? I don't know, but they do have an award from Malaga Hoy, which is of course a newspaper from Malaga in Spain. And I'm like, okay, so they're at least a Spanish language developer looking at the awards and just the aesthetic, which is very, very much sort of that.
I do like the artwork and everything and the colors. It's a beautiful aesthetic. It really is.
Yeah, it's pretty, and they definitely know their color theory because all the colors kind of have that same timbre, which is so it's all kind of works together.
Yeah, it's really cohesive.
But yeah, these are the different wizards you can play, and they're so cute.
I love the character designs. Yeah, and the way they move as well. Someone's put a lot of love into that.
There's this druid that just got and she's like a Baba Yaga, and she's just wiggling around.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's brilliant.
It's got a lot of personality, but yeah, it's got an award from Malaga Hoy and PS Talent. The studio is called A Bonfire of Souls, which is a very interesting studio name. This is their one and only game on Steam.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope they continue because it looks like they've got like a good set of artists on board for it. So it's always a good thing. You can get the artists right and the programmers right.
Yeah, it's sort of that combination of like it is very minimal. It's minimalist, but at the same time very like details. There's a lot of minimalism, but there's just this. They definitely have an attention to detail. It's a perfect combination. All right, and then this one.
How much is it? How much is it?
How much is it? $10. So this one will go you about $10. It does have positive reviews. Oh.
It for me. No, it depends. I know people might disagree with this, but for me it also depends on how long the game is. You can have a good short game and maybe charge like I don't know, $7.99 or something like that, something a bit lower. I think it definitely depends on how much enjoyment you get out of the game, but also if you can play it for a decent amount of time, because there are so many projects on Steam that people are just snapping up really quickly, and it's like it's not like super expensive, but I got what do you call it? I'm trying to think. I'm thinking that Technomancer game for
Oh,
like 12 quid or something like that, and that was 8 hours. You know, it's how many scenes have you put in the game? How you know what I'm
oh
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
How big is the game? How big is the
Hmm.
game? How long will you be able to long you're going to be able to play it for? And so am I getting my money's worth from the time and how many scenes you've got? What's the replay value? Everything like that.
Yeah, looking at the views, the longest hours played I've seen is 15. But I don't think it's
Okay.
like I don't. It definitely seems to be a multiplayer game, like you'd want to have 4 friends. On
Mm,
the topic, it has both online and couch co-op play, so that is
okay.
so the fact it has couch co-op play is kind of neat. This would be a type of game that if like you had a way to play Steam on your telly and
Ooh.
have like people come over, I could see spending ten
Yeah.
dollars, but
I
only.
thing is, I don't know. Maybe this might be where I live, but I think 'cause I live in London, and a lot of people
Mhm.
don't really come to visit you in your home. So it's like local multiplayer is basically useless. And I don't think that's just me. I think that's a lot of people in like bigger cities. They just
Yeah,
there's not really that much of human connection. So it's better, doing online multiplayer would have been better
yeah.
if they could have set that up somehow.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. It looks like they just have local.
Oh,
Yeah, they just looks like they
Cindy
just have local.
Tamales is in agreement as well
Yeah.
about the $10.
Yep. Yeah, $10, and also even just last week there were 2 party games that was on that list there. So these games release every single week, and so they wrote to stand out. I do appreciate the art style; it definitely stands out that
Mm,
way. But personally, this is not going on my wish list.
yeah, no, has to be the same. If it was like a multiplayer game and like one of my friends like a online multiplayer and one of my friends said, "Hey, let's do something fun. Oh, this game, we can play this game." I was like, "Oh yeah, this it might be fun to pick up and play together." But no, I just couldn't. I don't have a reason to actually pick up this game if it's just like a local multiplayer. But yeah, the game I was thinking was Shadowrun. Shadowrun Returns,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was like, that's such a great game, and definitely worth the price for it.
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yes, Stingy. I acknowledge you. Welcome to the podcast. Glad that you stopped by. Stingy's one of my Guild Wars 2 buddies.
I
So
see. Oh,
let's
nice to meet you. Yeah, arcade games make sense as $10 to $15, but this looks like $5 or less.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, it'll probably be on sale come the winter winter holiday. So if this does happen to be anyone's cup of tea in the chat, yeah, probably wait for December.
Yeah.
Uh, my so the next game is one of the ones that kind of tugged at my heartstrings personally. It is My
Oh,
Brother Rabbit.
I beta tested this.
Oh, you're already aware of it. My word.
Yes, yes. So, I've played a lot of Artifex Mundi games, and they do some fantastic stories. They're a publisher, but they're also a developer. And if you get one of the games that they've actually developed, they tend to have really fantastic stories,
Mm-hmm.
really well thought out. It's not just your run of the mill hidden object games. But yeah. This one is more aimed towards children, though.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, when they pitched it to us to test, say, yeah, this is aiming more towards children, but absolutely would give it a go. But however, again, this is they what they've done recently, any of their latest releases, including ones they are just publishing, they've upped the price. So they used to sell them for like full price was $7.99, and now they're round about
15.
I was thinking in pounds, but yeah,
pounds,
so it's like 15 now. Before it was probably like maybe 10 or less. And these games are not worth that amount simply because of how long you're going to be playing them. They're not worth a replay value. And they're about 2.5 hours to 4 hours long, and that's not worth $15.
Oh yeah, it does definitely seem to have seems to be geared towards kids, but at the same time it does have a very dark sort of undertone towards it.
But yeah, so sorry, I completely cut you off. What was your initial thoughts on the game?
I just thought it was just kind of like it just seemed kind of a very sort of surrealist, dreamlike setting that I thought was really cool. And the premise, it's like the older brother telling his little sister stories while she's in the hospital, just like gets me in the feels. It's just very sweet.
Yeah, it is really sweet. It was like you have to fix the world. So you have to. I think you have to get the sort of airship fixed up, and you have to go somewhere. And yeah, it's really, really interesting how you play through it. There's all these obstacles you have to get through. It's almost like a point and click game. You get obstacles in your way, and you have to rub things together, find objects, talk to people, and fix things together. Yeah, it's more of an interactive story, or is there an actual game? No, it's actual gameplay. So if you think about point and click games, or because there's actually you have to speak to people, and you have to sort of work out where such and such a thing goes, or actually I need this item or something like that. I need to be able to find it, or I need to go to this place maybe, or I need to go back here. And yeah, so it's
so sort of Grim Fandango, Monkey Island.
Yeah, but not as clever. I would say.
I imagine Artifex Mundi has quite a lot of games. I've seen them before. Oh yeah, they have quite a lot of games. Is there an Artifex Mundi game that you would recommend over this one?
Oh, absolutely. Let me bring up my own lists.
Apparently they have Irony Curtain coming up too. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I beta tested that as well already. So yeah, I play Grim Legends is a really good one. That one is that one's a really good one, but there's also another one that is like really dark, and like there's murder in it and everything like that. There's the earlier ones are a bit better, I think. Like Nightmares from the Deep is a really good one. What else? I think there was this other one where you're basically chasing this priest, this corrupted priest who's actually like a bit of he's an actual demon or something, or he's trying to bring darkness to the world. And Enigmantis, that's brilliant. That is a really good one.
Oh,
I would say, because it's
Enigmantis.
dark. It's Enigmantis, the ghost of Maple Creek, and it's in 3 parts, and it's one of the much better ones that they've done.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it's got a very positive rating.
Mm.
As for My Brother Rabbit, yeah, it looks to be about a 4-hour long game. So $15 for 4 hours, that's a hard sell.
I've noticed a lot on their discussion pages that people are revolting against them because it's saying you can't charge that much. They're saying you can't charge that much without having some sort of replay value and only 4 hours of play. That's just not good. That's just not good.
Yeah. So yeah, this one's My Brother Rabbit's not going on my wish list. It definitely pulled at my heartstrings, but
To people that do enjoy these type of games, I would say have it on your wish list. Wait until it like drops till about $5 or less. Then maybe you got maybe then it's worth it for you for sure. If you guys want to try out any hidden object games that do have a story to it, definitely get Enigmantis. Get that when that's on sale. Right now that's full price $6.99, but wait till it drops on sale. So yeah.
okay. And our last game for September 21st is called Stone by Convict Games. It's a hip-hop stoner noir according to their own description, which I don't know what that means.
Hip-hop noir. His love has been kidnapped. Find Alex.
So it's about this like private eye or some detective, washer detective, whose significant other goes missing, and yeah, he has to find them.
Smoke is a selling point.
Yeah, apparently. So, outside of 57, buy it. Do you personally know this game? Smoke, yeah. Well, considering it's a hip hop game, I'm pretty sure we know what it's. Well, it's a hip hop stoner noir, so I'm pretty sure we know what they're smoking.
This says, how cool would it be for Steam to only have notification on sale below a price point you set? That would be a fantastic feature, absolutely.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty excellent. It could be like stock market alerts. It's like, okay, if the price drops below this, buy. Tell me.
So this is part 1. I'm always if this is kind of like a bit of a point and click game but more 3D, then I'm always a bit dubious when it's cut up into parts because you don't know how long the first part is and whether they're actually going to finish the complete game.
Yeah, and I'm the fucking queen.
Yeah. Let me see.
It's not mutual stone.
There's a lot of. It's very stuttery.
Yeah, that's one thing. I'm noticing a kind of stutter, and I'm not entirely sure if that's just the video. The reviews I have seen at 2.5 hours on record. There's only 3 reviews, but 2.5 hours on record. For $15. That's a hard sell. I mean, so aesthetically, I like how it looks. It's again that minimalist with attention to detail. I like that. I'm concerned about the stuttering. I would want to see a bit more reviews and maybe see if there's negative reviews about that. The setting's kind of neat, and he's a koala bear, so that's kind of a plus in my book.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
not keen enough to try this out, I don't think.
I need to see a bit more of the actual gameplay, because right now I'm just seeing them walking around and they're saying, oh look, you can talk to people, and then it doesn't kind of show you talking to people.
Yeah, that's the thing. If there's never a part 3, that would really suck. Yeah, Telltale Games is shutting down, so there's that whole debacle going on right now. There's a lot of people who bought, future episodes that are never going to come out. So
yeah, it's a season pass. This is why you should never get a season pass, simply because it's like you don't know when they're going to complete their game, and or that something like this happens. I was looking forward to the Wolf Amongst Us, and I have the first episode, and they're not going to complete that now.
yeah,
Sad times. It's just overbloated with too many. They bought too many. Like they got Stranger Things. Yeah, properties. Yeah, they got like Stranger Things. They got Guardians of the Galaxy. They've got Game of Thrones. And that, and the fact they got sued by the CEO that they ousted. Yeah. Plot twist: his woman got the munchies and went to get snacks, but forgot to get home. Oh.
And of course, it seems that there's some villainous foxes. I mean, what would you expect in a animal?
Oh, fantastic!
So yeah, I like it in concept, but if I was like, if it was like 5 times as long, at least looking at the review times, if it was 5 to 10 times as long, I'd be more interested.
Yeah.
Or 1/10 the price.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when it's their first game, they'll put, oh, I've put so much work into this, and there was so much coding, and oh, the graphics are pretty good. Yeah, no, I'm going to put it at a mid-range price of like $15 or $16, and that's like, no, it's your first game. You need to lower your expectations.
Yeah. So a 3 for 3. I'm thinking that. Actually, this is the one that I'm most tempted to put on my wish list, just because this one does intrigue me the most. Because I want to know what happens to Alex. I really do. So, I might end up putting this on my wish list, just to wait for some steep sale, just to see. But again, it's a part 1 of 3, and that's.
Yeah. So I'd say to people, if you were going to get this, maybe wait until they bring out all 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, listen to what people are, saying in the discussions, the reviews, what people have put. Definitely give those a read before you put some hard cash down. Or maybe, you might want to stream it just to see, get an initial impression reaction for it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's always a good one to do.
Yeah, if they do end up successfully releasing part 2 within the next year or so, then I might be like, oh, okay, I know these devs are actually going to finish it, or I'd have more trust in that. But anyhow,
yeah.
So next is going to be Crosscode. So we're going on to September 20th.
Okay.
With a game called Crosscode, which is a 16-bit ARPG.
An action RPG.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I heard about this. Yeah.
It's very pretty. I'm impressed with the FPS. There seems to be the sprites have quite a few frames. I quite like that. Yes. And of course, it's using a more modern more modern physics engine. So that's the cool thing about the pixel revival, which I'm so thrilled about. I love that pixel art has come back so strong.
It's done really well. You know, you can tell it's not just like it's not a like run of mill like RPG Maker or something like that. You know, this was in recent gaming news lately because the development team, it's a very small development team, and it's taken them something like 7 years to create.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
This is a labor of love.
This is a pure labor of love, and I hope that you know, the release has gone well. I mean, I think it's gone well for them. You know, overwhelmingly positive. I hope they've people haven't found bugs and stuff, because you know, I'm sure that's bound to happen. But
oh yeah. Well, with 2.8 thousand reviews, I think there's probably been a lot of people to like check it over for bugs at this point.
Yeah. I mean, this is, you know, I've heard people have been waiting for ages for this, because the concept was so good and so well thought out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it
seems almost like an isometric a Mega Man, like maybe that's a weird comparison, but thematically it reminds me a lot of Mega Man, but it's, you know, isometric. It looks cool. It's kind of a sci-fi.
Stingy said it's like Chrono Trigger, and Justin says, I put this on my Dewey gifts me list. He wants you to gift him. How cheeky are you?
That's pretty cheeky, yeah. But it's pretty pleasant.
It looks so well done. How much is this one? Let's talk hard cash here.
Hard cash. It is $17 currently because it's 15% off. You can also get it in a bundle with another game, To Hell with Hell. So for $26 between two games.
Okay.
So if you already want that other game, that brings it down to $13. Overwhelmingly positive. Let's see, what are the hours? I see 14 hours, 69 hours.
Wow.
75 hours.
Okay, if you can put that many hours into it, then it's definitely worth, you know, that price tag.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably kind of like a JRPG in that you could just do this main story quest and get done in 15 or so hours. Or you could do all the side stuff and, you know, spend 100 hours in it. It really seems to be what type of game this is.
Yeah, I always appreciate a load of, you know, side quests and everything. Definitely.
So this is...
If he refuses to do the cute eyes thing Puss in Boots did in Shrek. Drew gives everyone list.
Yes.
Stevie wants you to gift everyone this game.
Yeah. Oh my word. This is... Oh, look at this. And it's got a lot of different biomes.
Wow.
Oh my word, that's beautiful. And they do something that's actually pretty impressive. So they have the isometric view here. And then they also meld it with sort of this more like head-on view. Which it's cool when games, particularly pixel art isometric. Oh, look at this! Oh my gosh, the art's beautiful.
Wow, that's incredible. That is incredible. I'm impressed with how much work's gone into this. So I guess you only control the one main character, though.
Yeah, it seems like it, maybe. Oh, that's gorgeous. This picture took a lot of time to make, especially knowing how pixel art is made. It's, you know, one pixel at a time.
Oh yeah.
My word.
Yeah, this is a pure labor of love.
Oh my word.
But yeah, do you just have like the main character, and then is it you like an RPG, you pick up friends along the way, and then you've got your team, and maybe you can switch people in and out. Is that how?
Let me see. Dive into massive adventure with playtime between 30 and 80 hours. Okay. 7 unique
Wow.
areas, 120 enemy types, and 30 plus boss fights. 7 expansive dungeons, 100 combat arts, 100 quests, over 100 quests, and 60 music tracks.
Wow. That's fun packed. That is.
Made by a rice ball, apparently. Apparently a rice ball made the music. Is that a nickname? So this is made by Radical Fish Games. Oh,
Okay.
it takes me to Deck 13, their publisher page.
Oh, right. Okay.
So their publisher publishes things like The Surge, To Hell with Hell. Is To Hell with Hell also? No, it's a different Lazarite Games. Okay, so this might be Crosscode's first game, but they're all under the publisher, Deck 13.
Okay.
This just looks like pure quality.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like that you see a lot of shovelware put onto Steam, and just these developers trying to put out their first game when it should be on something like on Newgrounds or itch.io or something like that, and then you've got games like this that the developers taken years to craft, and it's like, yeah, no, you can go straight on Steam. This is the kind of thing I always want to see. I always want to see someone, developers taking their time, putting a lot of love, putting a lot of care into it, and not just shoveling anything on.
And it's just so incredibly worth it too. I mean, look at the guy who made that gardening game.
Oh, Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. Like, he spent a decade on that game. And now he's now he's a multi-millionaire.
Exactly. I love that. I love that game.
Title. So
yeah.
So personally, I'm putting this on my wish list. This looks like a riot. This looks so fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to put it on my wish list. Of course, I'm not going to buy it for a while till I list. I
have more things on my wish list than in my library at the moment. So.
Oh, this was crowdfunded. No wonder. No wonder they could put a lot of love and care into it. Oh, good. Also, like if things are crowdfunded, it's better when they say, "Look, I need a little, maybe another year's time to work on it to fix bugs and things like that." I rather because they're always delayed. If you ever kickstarted something, they're always delayed and stuff like that. But the developers are so nervous when they have to say that, but they don't realize that a lot of people that fund Kickstarters, they have a few Kickstarters they've backed, and it's like, oh, I don't mind, I've got other games to play. You just make sure that this turns out all right.
Yeah. And even though there's been some really bad things that have come out of the advent of Kickstarter and funding, this is one of the things that I feel makes it all worth it. Is a game like Crosscode, a game like Divinity, Original Sin, games like what's those? There's just quite a few. That space game. Eternal. No. I can't. I am having a senior moment right now.
Brain farts. Oh dear. No. I suffer with those regularly.
Yeah.
You mean Star Citizen?
Well, not Star Citizen yet, because that's not coming
yet.
out. There's another game that was funded after Star Citizen and already came out. Elite Dangerous.
Oh yes,
and that one's very good. A very good crowdfunded game. I'm currently looking forward to Ashes of Creation as my crowdfunded game, but
I am one Kickstarter backing away from being a super backer, and that means I have backed 100 Kickstarters. The shame. The shame.
Yeah, I've backed 3. One of them had to cancel, unfortunately, and so I got refunded.
Oh,
But,
that's good. At least that's,
Yeah, it was really cool. So the team got hired by Amazon, so they went ahead and refunded all the people who kickstarted it, but Amazon wanted them to work on something else. So,
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds interesting to see what they turn up. They
I'm very
want them to do.
Maybe it'll even bring out that game that they were working on.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. But
that'd be good.
So crosscode.
Justin says AAA games are always delayed too. So you know, that's the way of the gaming industry.
Crowdfunded one.
Another success. Yeah. Okay, so what we got next?
This game is called Witch Thief. If it'll load. Go. Alright, so this is a bullet hell witch themed game. So,
okay. Sounds interesting.
So it has I can't give too many points to the aesthetic because I think the character models are a bit weird looking. Like they definitely seem like they were made by an amateur 3D artist, which I mean, not knocking it, it's an indie game, so to a degree that. But bullet hell gameplay, that you don't see a lot of bullet hells come out, especially 3D bullet hells.
I was gonna say, like, you do see a lot of bullet hells, but not 3D like this.
Yeah, you see a lot of shmups, but not this kind of like almost Nier-esque bullet hell.
This is... I can't say that I like it.
No.
Like looking at
that's
it.
That's the main thing. The art does not do it for me at all.
No. But the problem I find with it, especially when it's 3D like that, it's like there's nothing. It's almost like there's a lot of empty space. You know what I mean? All there is like repetitive, either those character models or the whatever they're firing at you, and it just looks so repetitive, and it looks like they haven't done the most with the space they've been given. Whereas in a bullet hell, it visually looks like you're doing a lot more with it. I don't know. That's how I feel. Oh, Affinity Chris is raiding. Thank you for Affinity Chris. Hello, everybody.
Oh, welcome to the podcast. Let me see. I'm looking at the hours of this game, and it seems to be around 8 hours, 11 hours. That's at the upper end. So it's really not that big of a game. Oh, and they're asking $18 for it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. That's a hard no. That's
There's
a hard
already
boot.
a hard ask. If it was $1 or $2, I might be more tempted.
Oh yeah. It's like nah. I'll give you $2 for it. Definitely. I think we've been spoiled because when we saw the last one was just so well polished.
Oh, yeah, the last one was great.
And this one, some of the backgrounds are quite nice, but it's just it just looks like, I don't know, for me a bit of a hot mess.
Yeah.
For me,
it looks like they're trying to go for the but a bit of the One Piece art style.
Yeah, I think
didn't quite hit it.
Ruby. It reminds me a bit of the Ruby aesthetic as well.
Yeah.
From Rooster Teeth. Definitely.
Yeah, that's kind of all I gotta say about that one.
Yeah, guys. That's a no from us. That's a no from us. If you can get it for like $1 or $2, I think maybe
you're really desperate for a bullet hell game.
Yes. If you're a hardcore bullet hell fan and you've played all your other bullet hell games, maybe check this one out. So not wishlist then, immediate buy. Absolutely, Justin. Absolutely.
Justin. All right, so
What we've got next?
this next game is called The Slater, which appears to almost be sort of a low-budget indie. What's that? Square Enix has that assassin Hitman game. Except in this case, you're a criminal.
Subjects have started to die.
Basically avenging your father's murder. So
I don't know.
it's very story focused. At least from what I've seen, and it's got fairly good reviews.
Justin says Christian Slater. No. The Slater.
The Slater, yeah. Is by Lina Interactive.
Laura Interactive?
Lina.
Which
I don't know. That sounds Russian to me, maybe.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome
Oh,
to
yeah.
TT News.
The
I'm
Christian
David
Slater.
Hoffman. It has been a year
If only.
designer drug D-Pain has started
I mean,
gaining popularity.
it looks quite well done. There's there's certain details, like these little details they've put in it, which I quite like.
We have a new lead.
Mhm.
Get ready for your next assignment.
And I think the character models
This is a
are
breakthrough. A private gang meeting is taking
It-
place
you know-
in
you know-
Madison
you know it's not like
tonight.
AAA, but it's definitely like sort of mid-tier.
Your job is to kill.
Yeah,
all
10
those
years
drug
ago this would have been considered AAA like level.
Yeah.
But
I got it, Jacob. The T-Pain documents.
Excellent.
No, but this is quite well
Finally getting
done. This is
closer.
quite well done.
According
Yeah,
to
it
documents,
seems
D-Pain drug is produced with
looks
only
pretty interesting.
one unique device.
It's going
in a
for a
specific secret
14
lab
or
somewhere in the city.
$13.50.
Take a look
I
at
guess
this.
$15 normally.
Looks like a crappy old.
How many
Okay.
hours is this usually?
Hector,
Someone knows
I'm
about
seeing
the
9
device.
hours.
Someone that's coming after us.
It looks like it caps out at about 9 hours, at least by the time you
Okay.
review
More
it.
F cops. It was more.
So
precise.
debatable, but
I think
Explosives.
it's
I
interesting.
think yeah. And I've seen enough people give a positive review that it might be
crazy motherfucker.
it might be worth a try.
The
I
voice
think-
acting, it's Batman? Are you sure?
Batman.
Oh, is this gameplay? Oh, okay. So this is the.
No, he's joking, but it's like, yeah, I'm Batman. Does he have a voice like this? Is he there to save the city?
So he still he killed the guy, stole his clothes to disguise himself. That's interesting.
Okay.
this is for hotel guests only.
No, I think I would.
Hmm.
If it was like the kind of games that I would be into, I can see it. I definitely see it like appealing to some people. Definitely, this is something maybe take a chance on and give it a go. Especially if you're the kind of person that loves kind of indie games and you want to bring something new to your audience, new and interesting. I think this could be it.
Getting shot in the head while using the urinal just is not a great way to go.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, if I was an assassin, I would probably he's going to the toilet now. He'll never suspect it. That's the sort of thing I would do.
Lina, let's see about. They just have the developer of Slater in their about section. So I don't know. Seeing the Lina, I don't know. I'm just suspecting that it's a Russian developer, but I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? Just because Lina, the only person I know who's named Lina is Russian. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, I think
looks good.
I think this is one to maybe keep an eye on and see how well it does, and to see if anyone has given it a go, and want to keep an eye out for reviews for
Mhm.
sure. What a way to go with your wiener hanging out. Thank you, Justin,
Yeah.
for that image.
I'm not over the edge enough to put it on my review, but put it on my wish list, mostly because it's not in a genre that I'm normally interested in. But for people who do like Hitman, I would really suggest at least looking into this, like reading the reviews, because this seems like it could be a nice budget